critical items that need to be addressed before you're selling or leasing a home. Now you may think, wow, I know all of them. Well, sometimes there's, remodeling, whatever, but a lot of times it's just simple things. And that's what I'm going to be going over in the series. So, so this is choosing the proper paint color. That's very important. So you can see this particular picture is all white, which is horrible unless you're in that kind of a studio setting or city setting that does that, where you want to put art or whatever on it. But in this case, I'm going to be showing you about selling other houses to people and or leasing them. So a lot of times when you're doing that, paint colors do matter, and you can see the differences here. So in this particular example, we went to Sherwin-Williams, who gives us interior decorators for very little money, and they create palettes for us, paint color. So a palette of color would be like what's on the wall, the trim, and the fireplace. Those three particular colors match, and we also paint the ceilings also. So as you can see on the left, that's what we started with. Very dreary, ugly property that these people could have easily fixed, and it would have jetted their price up 35, 40,000 if they would have just cleaned this place up. But we went ahead and got a great price because they took it as is. What if nobody wants to go in? They don't know how to do all this stuff. I do. So basically, as you can see on the right, what it looked like afterwards. Now we're asking $1,300 a month for this property. It's in a very good location, but you can see where we painted the trim, the doors, and the stone and the walls. So you can see the different how it really opened up. The left looks dark and dingy and yucky, and had carpet on there. Underneath that carpet was great wood, which we polyed, and looks really, really good. And this is one of the many things that we do. We can make stuff look brighter, nicer, and newer doing that. This is another house over in Lakewood, which we didn't do the fireplace, but we did do the trim and the walls and the ceiling, and it just made a big difference. Wow, it made that place open up, as you can see on the left. Again, if they would have just went in and did that, this particular property actually appraised 100,000 over, almost 90,000 over what we had purchased it for before we ever touched it. Think about that for a minute. They lost $90,000 by not knowing the value and knowing how to get to a better value, because they would have easily gotten to $250,000, $280,000 right in that area if you'd put some paint and clean this place up, which we did. So colors do matter, and even every buyer. This has been on the market for quite a while in Lakewood, and every buyer that went in there did not want it because they thought, wow, there's just a ton of work here that I don't want to do. So we got a great deal on it. We're going to lease it for $1,750, and it's going to look fantastic, and it does look fantastic. Here's another property we did over in Willowick. Again, look, you can see the dirty ceiling. This one an estate deal that we got, and we cleaned up the floors, polished them, put a nice light blue paint, white trim. It looks really good, really fantastic. If you look to the right there in the kitchen area, you can see even the trim around the bottom we painted, because again, brown just shrinks stuff. So we keep it as light and bright as we can. And this one's been leased twice over the past 3 years, and the tenants have been very, very good in there. This is another one that had a kind of a different situation. This one had bad wood. The wood just was no good. We needed to sand it, which is very expensive, and you should do if you're going to sell the property, but we were leasing the property, so we went ahead and painted the floors gray, and you can see the trim around the bottom stair is even gray because we painted all the stairs gray too, to match. So it looks all very put together, very nice. Painted the ceiling, painted the walls, painted the trim. And again, this one rented pretty quickly. I think it was like the first few days it rented. It was beautiful, rented quite quick, but it makes a big difference because when when you have darker colors, it does make a difference on how big the room looks. And we use a premium flat paint, which if you have an older home, it doesn't show the inconsistencies of the walls. It looks a lot better. So you professionals like Sherwin-Williams, and I'm sure whatever company you use would have the same thing, should have interior decorators that you can get. And it's not a huge cost. And when somebody walks in there, it's got that wow factor. So if you're looking to sell your house, lease your house, get some ideas, we have it all here. So please give me a call. I'm Brett with Fathom Realty, 216-703-5740. Or you can go to my blog, which has almost 6 million hits, clevelandincomerealestate.com. Look me up on YouTube also, Brett's Realty Group. So again, I appreciate it. If you like this video, like and subscribe, please. So again, colors do matter, and this is one of the part of the series that we're going to be talking about getting more money for your property or more rent. Thanks.